Alright guys, welcome to this Icelandic minimal packing video straight from Iceland. So let's start. As you guys know, on one side of the bed I put all my electronics, and on the other side I put all my clothing. So let's go through all of this minimal packing, 2 weeks all the way around the island, traveling in by car, staying at hostels and hotels. So let's get started. So first we have the North Face shell. This is you've seen this before. It's a running shell. It compacts really easy when you travel. It keeps you warm, it keeps you dry. It does everything you need to do as a shell. It has a hoodie that you can shorten with the elastic, and it grabs onto your head. Really good stuff. Normally I would put that on over this hoodie jacket. Now I was going to bring my North Face Arc'teryx sweater, hoodie sweater, that has a built-in balaclava in the hood, but I left it in the car last moment, so I had to purchase this one here. This is a North worn sweater. It's really comfortable, really warm. If I put this shell on top of this, perfect. Kept me warm, kept me dry, even when I was running around the waterfalls or behind the waterfalls, or the day was rainy or cloudy. This was a good combination to have ready to go. Alright, so let's get going here on the clothing side. So as you can see, I have a pair of sneakers. These are running shoes actually, and these are old running shoes. I'm actually going to leave these behind after I'm done traveling. This way I don't have to carry them back. That's why I brought them, because they were on their last leg, and they're done with their life cycle, so they'll be left behind. Less things to pack. Then I have these new Nike running tights that I was using to run. You'll see these in the video that I make for Iceland. These were comfortable, they dry quickly, and they're perfect when you want to get your run in. These are hiking boots. Now these to me were brand new. I hadn't worn them much before I got here, and let me tell you, it's true, you have to break in your stuff before you travel. I had a couple pressure points that I had to deal with, and it worked out because it wasn't long before we hiked so much that these are broken in. So now they're broken in, they're comfortable, awesome. Let's see what else. We have a pair of North Face long underwear that wear these under all the pants and everything to give you another layer of warmth. These are Patagonia underwear, very comfortable, short, brief style. Really quick drying material, so you can wash these at night, let them dry. By the next morning you're good to go. Then I have my Iceland soccer jersey. The Iceland team was in the European Cup this year, did really well. They had a couple of games that were shown out in the plazas, and it was incredible just to wear this, that I bought before I came here, knowing that I would be here during that tournament, and it worked out well. And this is a short sleeve Under Armour shirt, very comfortable. These are new to me. These are long sleeve Nike hoodie running shirts, elastic, quick drying, amazing. So normally I would wear one of these, then on top I would either wear this one or this one, a shirt, and then on top I would either layer the shell or the hoodie. Perfect combination, kept me warm the entire time. And you can easily either take off a layer or two and just be comfortable. Next is this pair of Speedo swim trunks. These are very old. I've had these for years. The elastic is wearing out around the waist, so I brought these with the goal of leaving them behind after I'm done, so this way one less thing to carry back. So there you have them. Now you have all these things that you need to keep yourself hygienically sane here: sunscreen, toothbrush, etc. Next, socks. I brought with me 2 pairs of socks, hiking socks and regular cotton socks, but I quickly realized that I would need a heftier pair of socks. So I went out and bought these here at one of the many stores where they sell all kinds of this stuff. Hiking smart wool socks, and these were mega awesome socks to go along with those new boots, so that I would be comfortable hiking the miles and miles that we hiked. There you go. Also, these socks are old. You can see there's a hole there on one of these. I brought these also with the intent of leaving them behind, so I will leave these, the shoes, and also the swim trunks. Less stuff to carry back. Next we have the Arc'teryx neck and half a face balaclava. This keeps you warm. You can put it on quickly, cover your neck if you're hiking, it gets really cold and windy all of a sudden. Keeps you comfortable. Then gloves, outdoor research gloves. These I would wear because they have open fingers and I could still control the drone, control my cameras, have my fingers exposed. And literally I didn't need more than that, because with these and the little thumb hole in these Nike shirts, it would layer so much around the core of my hand that I wouldn't need to have my fingers all the way covered. So these were comfortable. Next is the slip-on type shoes. These are water shoes. They have a grippy bottom here that allow you to wear these quickly. You just slip them on and they dry quickly, and you can get around the very outdoorsy places around the rivers or in the hostels here where you're staying at different hostels or hotels. This way you don't have to walk around barefoot, and it protects your foot. Alright, then eye covers. These, right now in Iceland, it doesn't really get dark at night, and so I brought these to cover my eyes so I would be able to sleep despite the light outside. But most of the hostels and hotels know about this, and they have curtains that'll black out most of the light, so I slept comfortable. I used these once and realized I didn't need them anymore, so I just brought them anyways. This is a new Arc'teryx ear forehead cover. Another layer to keep you comfortable, because again, when you're hiking, it gets windy all of a sudden. You don't need your full head covered, you just need your ears covered because it's cold. You can use those. Layer multiple options. This is the same thing, but outdoor research, thicker, warmer, depending on the situation. And this is a cap to keep you warm. So with all these different types of layers, I definitely could adjust on the fly and be warm. So there you go, guys. This is the clothing part of the video, everything I brought for 2 weeks. And so if I wore something on a super awesome hike, got really sweaty, come into the hostel or hotel, wash it in the sink, hang it, and it would be dry for the next day or for the next time. Alright, here we go. Now let's go over to the fun part, the electronics. So first of all, sunglasses. I brought these Oakley Iridium sunglasses. Then I have the old GoPro 3 that I'm actually not going to bring anymore because I have so many other cameras that this I haven't really used, and I'm almost done with this 2-week vacation. So learning point, stuff that you don't need for the next trip. This is the GoPro pole with the case adapter on there. A couple of glass protectors for the GoPro, some SD cards, extra battery, mega battery for the GoPro. And this one I will definitely keep bringing, the Hero 4. It still does 4K quality, slow motion, time lapse, night lapse, different options. So definitely keep on bringing that. So there's the GoPro part of it all. A couple little lanyards and things to keep the cables tight. Let's go around here, guys. And let's see, also I have the Osmo stick. Now remember, this is an extension stick and it opens up into a tripod as well. So learning point, I found that the Osmo has a very particular flow. In other words, you need to connect your phone to the Osmo, and then you need to kind of walk around with it, and when you don't need it, you put it away. But it's kind of bulky to put away because now it's got the phone and the extension arm holding the phone to it, this one. So I noticed that it didn't give me a really good flow, because normally I'm switching between either my iPhone or my Sony and then going to the GoPro depending on the image that I want to capture. But this has a flow that is so I'm not sure how to say it, cumbersome to get it going, that I just found it not very useful when I'm going on these types of trips. So it definitely has a use and a purpose, but I'm learning that the Osmo needs to have a very particular function, you need to have a particular thought of what you're doing with it, because it's not a good on-the-fly type camera. There you go, that's what I wanted to say. Alright, so along with the Osmo, I brought the Osmo charger, some Osmo end protectors, so when I take it apart, they're not exposed. What else came with the Osmo? The Osmo pole, some GoPro accessories here, a clip, and I think that's it. Oh, these timers that turn around to give you 360 time-lapse captures. So that's it for that. And then this was a new item that I brought, really amazing, flexible. It's a waist pack that has a couple of compartments, and this was super helpful because I could put all my layering gloves and ears and whatever I wanted to put in here. So as I'm hiking, I can just pull out one of these and put it back in if I don't need it. Pull out a pair of ear covers or the hat or the neck guard, put it back in here if it gets warm. I mean, it's just flexible. And in here I also kept my wallet. The Sony camera lived in here for a while. And so really versatile Arc'teryx waist pack. Let's talk about the Sony now. The Sony did a really good job for the first 3/4 of our vacation, and then it spazzed out. I had it spaz out on me before, and Sony fixed it for me for free. But now I think this camera is just not up to this type of hiking and this type of use where you're just jostling it a lot. It ended up giving me an error message, and then it buffering message of error, and it's not buffering. So this camera is dead basically. So I will upgrade to a different camera that seems like it would be able to do more abuse or use in hiking, traveling type situations. So this Sony took 3/4 of my vacation on there. I can still access the video and the pictures through the SD card that's in there, but this is the last time you'll see that camera. Anyways, what else do we have here? We have the Bose noise cancellation earphones. These are awesome. Get some if you travel. It helps you with the noise on the plane. This is the case for that. Regular earphones for when I'm doing my runs around Reykjavik. Nice. What else do we have here? We have a case for the iPhone, and this iPhone lets you get your iPhone wet without the iPhone getting damaged. So you put your iPhone in there. Use this to go behind the waterfalls and into the rivers. Tomorrow I'll probably use this at the Blue Lagoon, so that's fun. This is my iPhone. It's full. It's full. It doesn't let me take one more video. It's so full. So I'll have to take some video off of there so I can use it tomorrow. I'm actually using my wife's video to record this. My iPhone, I mean, to record this video. This is the cover that goes with this iPhone. Then I have this. This is an external memory stick, and in the stick it's 128 gigabytes capacity. I have a lot of workouts that I bring with me every time I travel in case I need to just get a workout in. I can just plug this into the iPhone or the iPad, and I can just do a workout, whatever I want. I have a lot of workouts in there. Sean T, P90X, Tony Horton, everything is in there. A couple charging cables and Ziploc baggies to put cables in there, manage them. Then I have the outlet converter. So this one I got at REI, and it connects to the wall here. It's a European connector, and this USB adapter charger, 4 USBs, connects into that, and it gives me 4 USB charging points. This is the other charger, a European wall adapter, and then our 4 USB pronged adapter that goes into the wall, into this. And as you can see, we have the Apple Watch adapter, we have the iPhone or iPad adapter, and then a bunch of GoPro and other type of adapters here for. So one of these gives you mega ability to charge stuff. Now let's talk about this. This is the fun thing, guys. So we have an external hard drive. This is about 1 terabyte, and then this, as you can see with this cable, is connected to this Kipling Mobile Light Wireless G2. So let me tell you what this is about. So as you can see, I did not bring a computer this time on my trip because the computer to me is a little bulky. I'm not really editing on the fly. I like to do that when I get home. So I needed a device that helps me take all the video from the cameras and put it into a hard drive so that it's not taking up storage. So essentially, let me grab this little card here. Let's say I took GoPro footage with this micro SD card. Then I would put this micro SD card into the SD adapter, and this SD adapter goes into the slot right here of the Kipling, and now the Kipling will grab everything that's in the card and put it over here. So I can erase the card and reuse it. So this was a super convenient, awesome, easy, compact way to begin to manage your media. Now you can see you can create folders through your iPhone app of the Kipling. You can manage the transfer of which videos into which folders, create folders, erase folders, manage all your media, so that this way it limits it's not, you don't need your computer to do all that. Until I get home, then I just plug this into my computer and I'm good to go. Everything's organized. Here's Apple Watch. This is a new Apple Watch, and let me show you one super cool thing about this, guys. Oops. One super cool thing about this iWatch is I use this feature a lot, the little sun path screen, so that if you move the crown, it'll show you the position of the sun depending on the day. And because we're in Iceland, you can see that the sun never really goes way under the horizon line. It just goes to there, and it's solar midnight. So as you can see, it never really gets dark right now, summer. And if I backtrack time, you can see the height, the top of the day is around 1:30 solar noon, 1:30 p.m. The sun will be at the peak, and then go all the way back to the morning, and the sun is solar midnight again. And so this way you know that golden hour is anywhere between 3 a.m. probably around 6 a.m. if you want to take some really good quasi sunrise pictures. So that was a really cool feature about this Apple Watch that I hadn't thought about that would come in handy to time and know the time of day. Alright, so here we go. This is the, you've seen this before, the RAV Power external battery. A lot of power in there to charge your stuff on the fly, or if the power goes out. Didn't happen, but it still came in handy to charge things right next to the bed if I wasn't close to a wall charger. Right now I have the 2 iPhone cables on there. Couple things left. We have the iPad mini, and then we also have my minimal wallet with some Icelandic money in there, a couple credit cards, some more Icelandic money that we got before coming to Iceland from our bank, a couple of compactable baggies, and all the electronics would go in those baggies, and then those would go into the carry-on that I brought. Now this is our Iceland plan for 2016. In here I generated this itinerary. It's a 42-page document of all the guest houses and the attractions, the map of Iceland, everything we were doing day by day. There were so many moving pieces here, so many days, so many guest houses, that this is the only way I could find myself to keep it organized. And on the fly we can just fold. If we completed this, we would fold it, fold it, fold it. This way we know where we were along our travel plans, and we had all the booking numbers, everything is in there just in case. Very handy stuff. Next, Temba bag. I bought the Temba bag, and this time I didn't really end up using it, guys. I was disappointed. I didn't really have a flow with the Temba bag. I only ended up using that Arc'teryx bag. That Sony went in there. The GoPro was in my pocket. My iPhone was in my pocket. So I never really got to use this in a good flow when hiking. But what I do then is I store all the electronics into this bag. And then this bag, when it's all filled up, goes into, this is my carry-on suitcase. Yes, our airline actually, because of the way they function, I needed to bring a check-in item because my carry-on was the drone here. And so if I'm carrying this on, then the only other thing I could do was bring a check-in. So this time I felt my arm twisted to bring a check-in. So in my check-in I would put in the Temba with all the electronics, and then the rest of the clothing that I wasn't wearing I would put it right around the Temba, and that's it. Minimal packing for 2 weeks. Last item that I need to talk to you guys about is the Phantom 4, the new drone. So I got the new drone, I got the backpack. It came in super handy. Check out the video of Iceland, so that Epic Iceland 2016, so you can see all the footage that I took with all these cameras. 4 propellers here, an extra set, the iPad mini that goes along with this so I can see the drone in flight and the drone itself. There's 1 battery already in there ready to go, and there's 2 other batteries back here ready to go. Let me see this one. If not, I can charge them right now. Oh, they're all full, ready to go. The wall charger, and then let's see what else. The controllers in here, and then this awesome, guys. I got this on eBay. It's a car charger that lets you charge one of these batteries at a time as you're driving in the car, and that came in super handy because I would spend one battery on one location, and then as we were driving over to our next location, which would be an hour and a half, the battery that I had worn out would already be charged and I could move on. I could cycle through the 3 batteries comfortably. I never felt like I ran out of juice, so it was always a comfortable way to keep one battery charged as you're driving. So that was super awesome. So there you have it, guys. So the Phantom 4, let me put the mini back in here. There you go. So all that came with me was the Phantom 4 backpack as a carry-on, and then the check-in. And the check-in had everything that you see here on the bed. If I wasn't wearing it, it was in my check-in. And there you have it, guys. Everything I brought for 2 weeks. Hope you get to come out to Iceland. Very beautiful, mind-blowing scenery, waterfalls, everything you could ever want in a nature type way. Alright, guys, safe travels. Adios.
Einsetu maður ein